part two. By now you finished painting the actual case. The two sides to the case should be painted by now. Should dry. Normally they take about, I give them about 30 minutes to dry. And then I hit them with a second coat of paint to make sure they're covered. So I have my two sides that have been painted. Side one, like I said, I just cover the sides and the pegboard. I don't too much bother with the back, but that's side one. And then side two, so I lined the sides up. Now, the safest way to clamp them down together, the safest way to line them up and make sure they stay where you line them up at is to take a clamp and clamp them down. So, right now, I don't know where my clamp is. For some reason, it has disappeared on me. So I'm just going to line them up and try to keep them as tight as possible when I put my hinges on. That's the reason why you want to clamp them together, so your hinges won't be off center. But I've done it enough times, I should be okay without the clamps. So we're going to take our door hinges. Remember, the door hinges are the 3.5 by 8.9 centimeter door hinges. They're pretty heavy duty door hinges. That's why I use these instead of the piano hinges. The piano hinges are kind of light, so I like sturdiness. I like something that's gonna be able to handle the weight of the jewelry when you hang it up. So the door hinges actually come with screws. They should come with a set of 6 screws because there's 6 holes in the door hinge. So you want to go ahead and line it up properly. Now I normally go about 4 inches from the top on the first door hinge. And I always start with the middle screw first on the door hinge. So you want to start with the middle screw and just slowly screw it in. You don't have to pre-drill holes for these. They should just go in perfectly. So that's one side. And I'm gonna do the middle on the other portion of the door hinge. So the bad thing about not having the two sides clamped down is you have to hold them down tight as you screw in the hinges, which is kind of difficult. If you're a beginner, I would say clamp it down. So try to just get a regular clamp wide enough that you can clamp the two sides together. Clamps look something like this. Just a regular tongue clamp. These aren't wide enough. I use these for the table. When my wife does her vendor events, we'll use these to clamp the tablecloth down. So you find something a little bit bigger than that. Now I always screw both door hinges in first before I secure all 6 screws. So I always do 2 on one and 2 on the other, just to make sure that everything is properly lined up, so I won't have to go back and do anything else. So you want to make sure that the hinge is lined up correctly and straight, so that your 2 sides will open up together. So now that I have them securely fastened, I'll go ahead and put the rest of the screws in no particular order. I try to zigzag. Try to zigzag the way I put them in, or cross screw it so the hinges won't move. So once you have your hinges on, you want to go ahead and test them out. So you can stand the actual jewelry case up. Test it out, make sure your hinges are good. Now we move on to the clamp, which is going to keep it fastened down with the jewelry inside. So with the clamp, you want to measure it first and make sure that it fits properly. I normally stand mine up so it can be right in eyesight. The clamp comes in 2 pieces. Clamp comes separated, it's in 2 pieces. I always start with the actual I line it up with both pieces. And I want to see it fastened on to make sure that it fits properly. So once I have it lined up, I'll keep it together and I'll take the middle screw on the clamp, either side, it doesn't matter. Same way. Make sure the case remains closed as you're screwing it in. Otherwise, you're not going to be lined up when you try to screw both sides in. Now when you actually go to screw in the fastener, you're going to have to unlock it, screw in the middle portion, and then you test the clamp out. It's fastened. There you go. Now you can go ahead and finish fastening it in. Same thing with the clamp. It comes with screws. Has a set of 6 screws. 3 in one piece, 3 in the other. Take your time screwing them in. So once your clamp is on, test it again. Make sure it comes apart. Put your clamp on. Make sure the clamp is holding tight. Last thing you need to put on is your handle. Remember, the handle is a 4/7/8 inch duty door handle, light duty door handle. All of your extra parts, pieces, come with screws, so you don't need extra screws for those. The door handle comes with 2 screws. You want to make sure you center your door handle. Either side, it doesn't matter. Whatever side you think is going to be the back side. I normally try to pick the sturdier side, but they're both, there's not really much of a difference. So you just want to screw the handle in. Make sure your handle is lined up evenly. Test your handle out. Make sure it's strong enough. Do a couple of curls, couple of biceps. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead and test out your display case. That is how you make a display case. You can move it around, display it however you want, wide, as wide as possible. Close it in a little bit. Then when you're ready to pack up, simply pack it up, lock it up. You're ready to go. Thanks for tuning in.